Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumainia wave. More specifically the future Ant-Man figure. Now here's the box. You can see he doesn't come with any accessories, just the figure. And there's the Cassie Lang builder figure. He does come with a piece of her though. Here's the figure out of the box. I'm an out of box collector, who am I kidding? So let's take a closer look at the figure itself. Now, who is Future Ant-Man? Future Ant-Man is Dr. Zane Asghar. Asghar, I think is how you pronounce it. And it's a really recent comic book run. However, let's take a look at the figure. You can do your research on the actual character himself. Now, I really like the aesthetics of this suit. I think it's really cool. It does look like an ant. The new helmet definitely has that look of kind of an ant's head. But unfortunately the figure is on a very old buck indeed. So it is pinned. You can see the pins in the legs, you can see the pins in the arm, and it's a shame because the white kind of details, the white circle details on his suit do kind of get broken up a little bit by the holes in the arm from where the pins are. But at the end of the day, not everything is going to be released pinless. They do tend to save those for the kind of newer figures or the MCU figures. And unfortunately this guy just missed the boat and they were able to do him on this particular buck. Now with that said, once you take the head off, it pretty much is the same body that we've had time and time again. But it does work for this figure. It does work for this character. The sleekness of him, the butterfly joints in the shoulders, it really does work for the character. So even though it is a shame to see it on this kind of older body type, it does work. So I'm not overly disappointed, and it's really cool to have a different version of Ant-Man on your shelf that isn't the regular characters. The aesthetic of this helmet I really love. I thought it looked good on the page, and it does kind of translate well into a figure as well. It really does just look like a big ant, which is kind of cool. It's a shame that it doesn't come with any accessories. They could have thrown in some different hands, maybe some effect pieces, or maybe even an unmasked head wouldn't go amiss. However, overall, it's a pretty decent figure. Now, as I said, this particular Ant-Man debuted very recently. I think it was in the 60th anniversary comic book of Ant-Man that we first saw this. I think it was on the cover of issue 2 or 3 or 4. It was one of the later issues, but there's a whole run of comic books and you kind of saw the shoulders and helmet of each of the Ant-Man characters, a handful of different suits, and we saw this one on the cover, which obviously sparked a lot of questions, and obviously within those pages you found out about this Ant-Man from the future. So it is quite an interesting comic book. If you're an Ant-Man fan, then this is definitely one for you. It's worth picking up because he will go well with some of the other characters. Putting him next to like the classic Ant-Man, for example, would be really cool, and we have just had a recent re-release of that classic Ant-Man suit that I will be reviewing very shortly, but I think this one would go really nice next to him to sort of see that first version of Ant-Man and this kind of future version of Ant-Man side by side. I think that would make for quite a nice display, and also nice photos and all the rest of it. But this is an action figure review, not a look back at comic books, and as far as action figures go, this is pretty standard. There's nothing here to write home about, there's nothing new, there's nothing unique. It is the typical body with an updated paint job, but with a nice new sculpted helmet. Now, they couldn't have got away with not sculpting a new helmet because it is quite unique to this particular suit, but yeah, there's nothing particular to write home about. So overall, not a bad figure. Definitely pleased he was in the wave because he's one that I'll happily put on the shelf in my display, but they could have done a little bit more with him. As I said, even if it's just some accessories or additional hands or a unmasked head or just something to make him a little bit different, because as you can see here, I'm really sort of struggling to fill the 5 minutes out because I can't say anything new about this body type that I haven't said 100 times before in other reviews that have used the same body type. So if you're a fan of Ant-Man, definitely worth picking up. If you're looking for this kind of unique, groundbreaking new figure, this isn't it, unfortunately. I think this is just a little bit of fan service, giving us a character that we kind of would like to have on our shelves. And I think it's really exciting that they're doing newer figures and they're doing newer characters like this. So yeah, overall not too bad. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. Do check out my channel for more 5-minute figure reviews, as well as the rest of this Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumainia wave. Thank you very much for watching. That's about it from me. Until next time, I'll see you soon.